You guys, it's Karen, and I thought I'd do a favourites. I haven't done a favourites for ages, and I have some things that I've really been enjoying, and I've got skincare, hair care, makeup, and even a perfume, which I don't talk about very often. Let me start with hair care, because I've got something sort of draped across me here to show you, and it was just to talk about this T3 blow dryer brush and how much I'm still loving this. I really, really love this, and I have finally received my Bondi Boost brush that I had ordered like way before Christmas. That's how long it's taken to get here, and it's nothing compared to this. You guys know I've tried quite a few blow drying brushes, and my favourite was always the Babyless one because it actually rotates. You know, you can press the button and it rotates. But I bought another one of those, and the second one I bought did start getting my hair caught in it, so I've ever since been looking for a new one, and I found this one by T3 and used it and was just like, this is amazing. It's completely different because you can control the heat. All the other ones I've tried are just way too hot for your hair, so I love the fact that you can control the heat. But also when I put my hair in it, and I just blow dried my hair with this, well, when I say blow dried it, I blow dry it until it's like 80% dry and then finished it with this. But you can just see how it just catches the hair, and you can just hold it like that and then pull it out, and it never gets tangled, firstly, and I don't have to use two hands. I don't know whether that makes sense, but with my other brushes I feel like if I went like this it just wouldn't grip it, and I would have to be sort of holding it there and then turning it around. But with this one it just sort of seems to grip it, and it just works really nicely. And like I said, they've got so many different controls. So that's just the on off. That one is a cool shot there, and then around here you've got the speed, 3 different speeds, and then 5 different heats, and I'm not sure what that one is. I need to find out actually. But it's so nice that you can use this on any temperature, you know, and yeah, it seems to blow dry my hair really. Quite a lot of volume in it, I would say, because I haven't used any volume product on my hair, because I was trying a conditioner from Boots called something like Wakiti or something like that. It's actually for curly hair, so I was trying that, and as you know, when I first try something I don't want to use any other products, so I've got nothing else except the conditioner I used, so I wasn't sure how much volume I'm going to get, but like I said, using this really helps. So one other hair item I wanted to mention is this one, Alpecin shampoo, caffeine shampoo. This is C1, reduces hair loss, and I really do feel like it does. I just buy mine from Asda, and I don't use this every single shampoo, but as soon as I feel like there's tons of hair, I'm shedding tons of hair, I use this, and it always seems to shed less after I've used this. So I've been using it kind of more and more, you know. It's kind of replacing my Tresemme deep cleansing shampoo, because this feels quite clarifying, you know. So I'm really enjoying that, and that's something that I feel like has become kind of a staple for me. It smells nice as well. I really like the smell. It's a bit medicinal smelling. Oh, bubbles. It's a bit medicinal smelling, but it feels really nice. It's kind of a translucent with a blue tint. What have I done to the bowl? That's hair. Let me tell you about the perfume, because like I said, I never talk about perfume. My perfumes there's only a few. You can see the shelf back there, and they're probably, I did my perfume collection video 6, 7, 8 years ago, something like that. And I would say there's 1, 2 that are still up there. Yeah, I can see the Giorgio Armani one and the Alexander McQueen one. There's a couple more up there I like. One of them is just one from Aldi that is, or Aldi, that is a dupe of a Jo Malone one. One of them is Glossier You. I do really like that perfume. And the other one is a Molecule one that I've been using for years. But this one is just, I think it's a really good price, because I got this from Amazon, and it's an older perfume, so it's Paul Smith Rose. Now don't be put off if you don't like rose, that's what I would like to say, because I don't like the smell of rose. So the way I found this was when I was working in the NHS, there was a girl that worked in the same corridor as me, and her and I were friends, and I remember she used to always smell to me like fresh washed clothes, and I love that smell, you know. It's that kind of clean scent, and I said to her, okay, what perfume are you wearing? I need to know, because it always smelt so not strong, you know, like sometimes if somebody puts too much perfume on and you're like, it makes you want to cough in their presence. It wasn't like that. She just always smelt so clean and fresh. And I said to her, what is that perfume? And she said to me, it's Paul Smith Rose. And I couldn't believe it, because I said to her, I don't really like the smell of rose. So that's really odd to me. So I think I must have put it on my birthday list or something, because I don't normally buy perfume for myself, or certainly not expensive perfume, you know, and I think Kev got it for me. And I've loved it ever since. So I must have used it up a couple of years ago, and I thought, let me see if there's any and how much it is, you know, and this was £25 on Amazon, and I just sprayed it this morning. It just smells divine. There maybe is the slightest smell of rose, but like I said, if you're somebody that you're like, yeah, I don't particularly like the rose, to me, rose smell often smells, it's got that kind of, I hate saying old person because I feel like I'm an old person, but you know, it's got that sort of old lady smell. Because I've got a sunscreen that I'm trying. I've got one to tell you about here, and there's another one that I'm trying, and it's by SOSU. I bought it from Hollands and Barrett, and it is really nice, but I feel like they've put some kind of rose scent in it that it just smells, and it also smells dusty, and it's just not very nice at all. But this is really nice. It's like a clean scent. Okay, on to skincare, and I have been trying this. This is the Bliss Block Star Invisible Daily Sunscreen, 100% mineral, SPF 30. I don't know whether to do, I may well do a whole review on this, why not, you know. This was recommended by one of you guys, so thank you very much. And yeah, I had a look at the ingredients, clearly not a close enough look, because as soon as I used this the first time, I was like, oh my god, it's got lavender in it. And it drives me mad when they put lavender in most skincare, to be honest, but the fact that there would be lavender in something that you are to put on your face, and most people put it around their eyes, I was just like, are you crazy, you know. But you can see that this is tinted, and it's quite a substantial tint. Hopefully you can see that in the middle of my hand. If I do a review, obviously I would then show you what it looked like on my skin, but I do have it on today underneath my makeup. But I suppose I'm kind of being a bit, what's that word, not two-faced, but it's a little bit of, yeah, I'm saying sort of do two different things, because I wouldn't normally recommend something like this, but I thought, well, I included one in my sunscreens that had fragrance in, even though for me personally, I wouldn't recommend that anybody uses fragrance, and especially in your sun care. But there is still that sort of gap in the market for sort of affordable sunscreens, and honestly, if I knew it had lavender in it, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But now I've bought it and I've been using it, it's actually, as soon as you put it on, the fragrance is gone, so it's not too overpowering. I can smell it. See, now it's gone. I was going to say I can smell it. Where I put that on my hand, I could smell it, but I can't smell it anymore. So it's not too overpowering. There's not too much fragrance in. Despite it having that lavender in, I've put it over my eyes and it's absolutely fine. As I always say, it doesn't mean that the fragrance isn't damaging your skin the same way as, you know, tobacco damages your lungs. I know you can't see it, but all of that aside, I really like it. I've used it for about 4 days. And it's a really nice colour. It's a really nice base for makeup. It's really quite matte feeling, but it doesn't leave my skin dry. You know, I've tried it on its own, as I do with new things, and yeah, so far so good. So it would be great to see this unscented. It'd be great if they decided to remove the fragrance, but then again, it might smell awful, because like I said, the other one, that SOSU one, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to use it because it smells so bad. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to tell you about that because I am enjoying it. The next skincare item is one I've definitely mentioned once, possibly twice, and it's these capsules by No. 7, and these are the hyaluronic acid and camellia oil capsules. So they look like this. Oh, they're actually quite fiddly to use, to be honest with you, but I first bought these and took them away on holiday and was like, wow, this feels amazing. This is just one of those items that I can't say that this is good value for money, because I did work out the pence per mil with these being in capsules, and it's not good value for money at all. But with No. 7, they do so many deals where you can use your £5 voucher, or they're doing 3 for 2. So when I've bought these, I've bought them on their 3 for 2 or £10 off skincare or £5 off skincare, whatever, which has worked out much better. But these are just one of those products that I love how it feels. I love how it feels going on. I love how it makes my skin feel. My skin feels really soft the following day. I use oils on my skin to try and make my skin, you know, not feel as dry, but I don't love using oils. I don't love the way oils feel. I feel like my hair sticks to it and it just, I don't know, there's something not nice about it. But this, it's got camellia oil in it, and it makes your skin feel really hydrated and really smooth and really sort of supple, and it doesn't have that horrible sort of oily, heavy feeling to it. You know, they're really, really nice. I'm definitely going to buy more of these. And I think this is probably my 3rd pot. So on to, well, I was going to say makeup, but actually this isn't a makeup item. This is the May Create Eyelash Growth Serum. Goodness, I hope that it's still available when I go to link it for you, because the last time I talked about it, they suddenly sold out. So I don't know whether they don't ever have too many in stock, but it is eyelash growth serum, and I used this before and loved it, and so I went back to it after trying a couple that didn't really work for me, and I can really notice the difference. Actually, let me get you close up. So it might not look amazing to you guys, I don't know, but I mean, my eyelashes are just so short that the fact that I put my mascara on today and don't feel like I need to wear lashes is a blooming miracle. It doesn't sting my eyes, this one. It is a little eyeliner brush, because a lot of eyelash serums you get don't have this brush. They have like a mascara wand on it, and that to me is no good, because you need to get at the base of your lash. But yeah, this has really worked to lengthen them. I don't know that it's necessarily given them any more volume or anything like that, but it's definitely made my lashes grow. So really like that one, and it's a decent price. You know, this is not one you have to pay £50 for or whatever. Again, I got it from Amazon, so I'll link that for you. So I have been trying quite a few makeup things lately, and I've ended up finding some things that I really love. One of them I've actually worn probably 4 out of the 5 or 6 days that we were off for my birthday doing, you know, animal adventures and whatnot. You'll have probably seen the videos. And I ended up wearing this every single day. I couldn't believe it. It is the Laura Mercier Caviar stick, and this is in burnished bronze. And I was just amazed at how good a look I could get just using this one pencil. And it was just so easy. I've always wanted something that I could use as a one-stop shop, if you like, that I really liked the look every day, and I was using this every day. The only thing I would say about it is that even with a good eye primer underneath it, this does not stay on me. So I don't know if that's something you guys experience, because I know the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks are loved by everybody, and it isn't cheap. You know, this was £25, and I put it on all over my lid and sort of into the crease, and then would just sort of smudge the crease with a brush, and then I would go over again on my eyelid, because then it just sort of, you know, blended out to make it a bit bolder, and it all looked fine. But sort of halfway through the day, if I looked in the mirror, there was a crease line where there was no colour, you know, and I don't think my eyelids are necessarily getting worse. They haven't got worse over the last sort of 6 months to a year. If anything, they've got better. So I don't think it's anything to do with my eyes. So I was really surprised at that, because I used it one day on its own and it creased, and so I put an eye primer underneath it and it creased, and I tried a different eye primer and it creased. I mean, it's really easy to remedy. You literally just rub your finger over it and it's sorted, you know. Anyway, I do, despite it not staying, I absolutely adore this. I am going to look at the Kiko cream shadow sticks, because I think I've probably tried them at some point, but I don't remember trying them, and I want to have a look at the colours. So the next time I'm in Edinburgh, I'm going to go to Kiko and have a look at the cream sticks, because you guys say they're really good, and I bet you they stay, because Kiko makeup, one thing I found about Kiko makeup is it's long wearing. You know, they're really quite good like that. So hopefully they've got a colour like this. That would be great. Or if anybody knows another one that's got a colour like this burnished bronze, it's quite it's not unique, but I haven't got many shadows like that. It reminds me of, I think it's called Antiqued from MAC. That used to be my favourite, one of my favourite eyeshadows from them. Okay, I have been trying eyeliners galore. Like literally, I go through these phases of finding new ones to try and trying eyeliners, you know, trying to find one that will stay in my waterline, and also hoping that I can find one that's a better price than the only one I've got that is an absolute winner is the Milk makeup one. And a couple of times I've gone to buy it, it's out of stock. So I don't know if that's just because it's popular or whatever, but it is expensive, and you know, these don't last very long. You know, they do wear down quite quickly, and then you sharpen them and that sort of seems to make them disappear. So I'm always interested in trying new ones, and I have tried these two. I don't know how much this one was actually. And I've tried the Victoria Beckham one. Absolute disaster, that one, just all over my face. I looked terrible. The Kat Von D one is pretty good. I'm laughing because I have not used that since I used it twice on my dog Watson. Why am I putting eyeliner on my dog? Well, during my week off, we found another lump on Watson on the inside of his knee. And for those of you that know what goes on with Watson. He's had cancer twice, he's had mast cell tumours, so we're really on it when we find lumps, and they can be really hard for the vet to identify, especially when I usually find them when Watson's like lying on his back getting a scratch or something. So what I did was I just shaved a little patch on the inside of his knee and I drew around it with the Kat Von D eyeliner, thinking, oh, I bet that won't be there tomorrow, but you know, when we go to the vet, but hopefully there'll be something left that I can say this is where it is and she can locate it. It actually stayed on his skin. I couldn't believe it. I mean, he hadn't been in water or anything, but it stayed on his skin and the vet was delighted. She was like, I would never have found it if you hadn't have, like, you know, put that little circle around it and shaved that patch. So it was brilliant. So I then just sort of left it sitting on the top of my bureau, meaning to sharpen it so that it would take off, you know, me using it on Watson's skin. But unfortunately we then found another lump, because it's going off into a story time, isn't it? And so I used it again. So I used it again for the exact same thing, and we're now waiting for those results. This other lump is in his first tumour scar, so it's a bit more worrying. But again, it stayed on and it was really useful. So I don't know whether that tells us anything, but I was already finding it quite good. But it's one that you put on and it's sort of goes on like dashes. It doesn't go on smoothly, you know. It's one of those that you put on and it's almost like it deposits a little bit of wax sometimes, but no colour, and so you've got gaps in it. But I did find it was staying on. These two that I've found, however, that I've tried, are ones that they go on smoothly and they seem to stay on so far. I haven't like fully tested this. I'm saying that, and I think I actually did take some videos of me using particular eyeliners. I don't know whether it was these, because my plan would be to do a whole video on what's the best eyeliner for your waterliner and really test them in a kind of controlled situation, if you like. But both times I've used these, and I'm saying these, I've actually got a brown one of this one as well. I have noticed that at the end of a day where I've been out, like we've been out walking all day, you know, that, like I said, that week I was off, I was using these, that they haven't looked awful, and that there's still some on my eyes, so they're pretty good. So let me tell you what they are, because I haven't so far, can you believe? The first one is the NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick. I don't know why I hadn't ever tried this one before. I suppose because I've tried their Epic Liner water liner and I don't like that, although it does stay on pretty well from memory. I think it was just a bit too shiny from me. But this pencil is really good, and I've used this a couple of times this week and really enjoyed it. But this is the main one I was using on my birthday week, and it is in Black Hack, and it's called Made by Mitchell, and it says all smudge, no budge. I've just sharpened it this morning because I've used it quite a few times and it was getting a little bit blunt, so I sharpened it and used this morning. And yeah, it goes on really nicely. And like I said, I'm not noticing any problems with my eyeliner at all. You know, it's like I'll look in the mirror and go, oh, there's still a little bit of eyeliner on there, but I don't know where the rest of it went. It isn't like gathering in the corner, it isn't smudging onto my eyes. So I have high hopes for these two. Like I said, I'm not at the point where I'm 100% committed to this is the best liner ever until I do a proper controlled experiment, which, yeah, let me know if that's something that interests you, and I will do some more footage and whatnot and kind of, you know, gather all my intel. Next is a lip liner from NYX, and I'm really impressed with this actually. This is called Fiercely Flirty, the colour. So really nice. I've got another kind of nude colour, but this one is a pinky colour, and that's what I've got on my lips today. But I'm super fussy with lip liners. I want them to be really creamy. I don't want to have to tug along my lips to get a line, because it ends up looking sort of bitty, kind of what I was describing with the eyeliner there. You know, you'll get a little bit of deposit along the line. I want it to look like a really smooth line and it be really easy to put on, not you have to sort of drag it across your lips. This is really creamy. I want to be able to sharpen it. You can with this, because I need a really good point on it. Especially the older you get, the less lip definition you have, and I think it's more important to wear a lip liner. And if I didn't wear a lip liner, I wouldn't wear lipstick. I don't think I've ever worn lipstick without a lip liner. I might put a lip gloss on or a lip balm, but I don't wear lipstick without a lip liner. So yeah, it's really creamy. You can sharpen it. What else? And this is a drugstore price, you know, this is a NYX one. Oh, I want it to stay on. I don't want it to just disappear, and this stays on really, really well. So yeah, I'm impressed with that. I've got one other colour that I haven't yet tried, so be interesting to see how that compares. And then I've got two items from Morphe that I have been super impressed with, although one of them is, oh, see, look, this is going to show you. That's that lip liner. Very hard to come off. Yeah, Morphe, items that I'm really impressed with. This one I've been using for a couple of weeks. This is the Morphe, I think I put this on Instagram maybe. It's a bronzer, and I've not got bronzers at all. Bronzers are, like my bronzer drawer, they're mostly cream or liquids. In fact, they're mostly liquids. I don't think I've even got, and I've got one cream by Revolution. I've got one powder bronzer that I love, which is the Bare Minerals Invisibronze, and I've never been able to find another one that I love as much. I do like that Fenty one. I need to use that more to try it, but since buying this, I'm like, you know what? I really like this. I like the fact that it's in a cardboard box. I like the fact that it's not humongous, because some of them are like, you know, as big as your head, and it's got a nice range of colours in it as well. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this one. I got it in Bronze Show. Oh no, Bronze Vibes. Bronze Show is the name of the bronzer. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that, and I'm actually contemplating getting another colour. I'm not sure why. It's just 'cause I put it on and I think, is this the right colour for me? You know, which makes me think maybe I should try another colour. But I do really like that. And then more recently, I bought this blush balm in Mighty Mauve, and that's what I've got on today. And I like that a lot. Do you remember I said that, again, with my blushes, I have got probably three or four colours in a sort of plummy colour that I like. I've got loads and loads in a sort of peach or apricot or coral type of range, but not so many in this kind of colour. And I saw this and thought, let me try it. I don't think I've got any cream blushes, and I wanted to see how it sat on top of makeup. This sits really well on top of makeup, because I'm so used to doing my makeup in such a way that I'll put my powder on before I put my blush on, because normally I'm going to use a powder blush. And so I've used this on top of powder a couple of times, and I did this morning. It's on here, and it's weird because I put my finger in it and it feels really, really creamy. But when I use my brush and put it on my cheeks, it feels like I'm putting powder on, but it stays really well. I love the packaging. Again, you know me, I like small packaging. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that, really enjoying that. That's all my favourites. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me tell you what I'm wearing. I've got on a IT Cosmetics foundation, the Your Skin But Better foundation. On my eyes is the Viseart Theory palette. You know those little 6 pans that I've had for years and years? It's the amethyst one. You know what's on my cheeks. On my lips is the Stila liquid lipstick in Perla, and I used a lip gloss as well. Did I use this SOSU one? Can I read it? Too Busy. I don't know why I don't remember that. That's really good. That's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.